join us for more cake, stay for the band concerts, have a fun evening, and thank you so very much for being part of our efforts.
This is a gathering place. It's probably the most used park in Northfield.
They say Northfield's a special place, and it's things like this that make Northfield special, because we have our own bridge square, we have the beautiful foliage, the American flags on display, and people you see, you know, and like.
Northfield's Bridge Square on a warm evening in July. The community band is playing its final concert of the summer for a laid-back and appreciative audience. Every Thursday evening during the summer months, Northfielders join each other on the square to renew their acquaintance with each other and a place that has always been at the center of the community. When John and Ann North first platted Northfield in 1855, they left a space by the river for a town square. It was originally known as Mill Square because of the grist mill that North built on the east side of the river. The small space was bordered by the first commercial buildings in Northfield, including the first Scriver Building and the Rice County Journal Building. North also built the first residence in town, a home for his wife and children. Over the next 144 years, the small village would grow up and North's grist mill would disappear, but the central role of the square would remain unchanged. Today, it is used by Northfielders to celebrate, commemorate, and simply enjoy the beauty of its surroundings. One group of volunteers that keeps it looking great is the Northfield Garden Club. Rose Berg, a member of the club, is in charge of planting the circle on the riverside of the square.
I'm Rose Berg. I'm with the Garden Club, and I chair the Bridge Square Circle Garden. So this is kind of my project. And it's kind of a volunteer thing. It's our way of giving back to the community, because the community certainly gives to us.
What difference do you think it means to Northfield to have a square like this?
This is a gathering place. It's probably the most used park in Northfield. And just because it's centrally located, it's easy to get to, and I think the fact that it's pretty. It's got the river with it, you know, the little stores. It's just great. You know, everybody stops to visit whether they know you or not. It's the whole town. Businessmen will walk by, businesswomen, maybe on their way to lunch or something, they'll come through and they comment on how nice it looks. And
during the spring and summer months, the square gets its greatest use. On Memorial Day, the square was particularly crowded as the community came together to remember those who had served during wartime.
Especially those of our naval forces who lost their lives on the seas in defense of liberty, and we give you thanks for them. May we remember them and their sacrifice with gratitude, and be inspired in our own lives to emulate their sense of duty, honor, courage, responsibility, love of country, and selfless service.
It makes you love living in America, number one, but they say Northfield's a special place, and it's things like this that make Northfield special, because we have our own bridge square, we have the beautiful foliage, the American flags on display, and people you see, you know, and like I said before on the air, the little 2-year-old kids and the grandpas with them, you know all of them. It's just great to live in a town like this, to know the generations that have grown up here and come back for things like this. And then the sadness is when this year they mentioned 26 names, and you go, oh yeah, that's right, he died. Oh yeah, that's right, she died. And it brings back all these floods of memories that you had of the people that you knew as a friend, and you just didn't really know that they may have been in war, protecting our country.
Bridge Square is a place for celebration as well as remembrance. Tonight, the Community Action Center is celebrating 30 years of service to the community. Started by a group of volunteers from the Congregational Church, the center serves the needs of hundreds of families and individuals in Northfield. Carla Johnson, Executive Director of the center, thanked the community for its support.
One of the resources that supports these efforts so strongly are our volunteers. In 1998, more than 900 people contributed over 9,000 hours of their time to help us do our work. I thank each and every one of you who has done any volunteer service for us. We couldn't have done any of it without your help. Thank you again so much for celebrating the first 30 years of the CAC's history with us tonight. Again, join us for more cake, stay for the band concert, have a fun evening, and thank you so very much for being part of our efforts.
Thank you. Thank you. The Senior Center runs it, Senior Citizens.
Do they?
And our profits go to build the Wellness Center that we're building in conjunction with a major community resources building.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. And we make a little money off this through the summer.
What do you like most about doing it?
The people, the events, just being down in town, that sort of thing. And we get to wear a cute T-shirt.
I love your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cute.
We're called the Colonels.
The Colonels.
Yeah, those of us who volunteer are called the Colonels. So.
Thanks for attending, and thanks for the nice warm round of applause and everything. These folks here donate their time for the rehearsals and the concerts throughout the summer, and I'm thankful for them. And please give them another round of applause for their nice job. Thank you so much for your applause.
Since Northfield was founded in 1855, the square has been a place where Northfielders come together to celebrate, commemorate, and just enjoy a pleasant evening by the river. In many ways, it shows how place makes a difference in strengthening the bonds that define our community. For the Northfield Community Video Project, I'm Paul Krause.